14 years ago, our world was forever changed, and we shall not forget the attacks on September 11th, 2001. Today, the baseball world will pause for a moment in remembrance of that day. Lots of fans with flags in the stands, the bases with a special message on them as well, and plenty of military personnel here at US Cellular Field, all paying tribute to those lost that day. There were special moments throughout the country on this day in America. President Obama and the First Lady taking a moment at the White House, people at the Pentagon, all across the United States, everybody remembering where they were 14 years ago today, and a very special moment as the flag from the World Trade Center was carried throughout Ground Zero. Of course, a sad, terrible day 14 years ago, and everybody remembering where they were. I'm Jamie Hirsch inside US Cellular Field as the Twins and White Sox square off for their final series of this season. But everybody, of course, taking a moment to pause and reflect on September 11th, 14 years ago. Paul Molitor and Torii Hunter, both a part of the Twins team that year, and they both have vivid memories of that day.
We were in Detroit, and I got a call, turn on the TV early in the morning, and you watch unfold the rest of the day, and there was a lot of communication from players. We gathered in the lobby, we kind of hung out. No one knew what was going to happen. Obviously, our situation which wasn't very important, but it was to think that has been 14 years now. Is that correct? Yeah, it's amazing, but it's good that we pause and remember particularly the people that were affected directly in terms of loss, and grateful for our resiliency and how we responded.
We had to drive back to Minnesota on the bus, and it was like a 12-hour bus ride, and that's all we did was talk about what happened in New York and all the families, and we prayed about that and thought about that, and to this day we still think about that every day. September 11th, just think about the families that have to live with this day for the rest of their life, and they lost a lot of people, and so it's a tough time, but at the same time we just remember and we pray about that and remember what we went through as a country, and if we can do that, I think that brings us back together.
And a little bit of perspective offered here just a few minutes ago, a moment of silence observed for all of those lost on September 11th, 14 years ago. We will never forget what happened, but tonight it is time for baseball, and some meaningful baseball for the Minnesota Twins as this road trip winds down. The Twins will try to win the series and the trip. First pitch coming up right after this.